Hey, I'm Mike Mito, and you're watching a tutorial on how to draw and shade realistic lips using cheap materials. So you won't need a mechanical pencil or a monochrome eraser or any of that bougie stuff to achieve a good result. In this video, I'll only be using a 2H pencil for the lighter areas and construction lines, a 2B pencil for the midtones, an 8B pencil for the darker areas or shadows, a pencil eraser, and for blending I'll be using a cotton bud and a blending stub. Oh, and a paintbrush, which comes in really handy when you're drawing the base layer, but don't get me wrong, the more materials you have at your disposal, the better. So I start off by creating a base layer, and to do this I pick some graphite using my paintbrush, which like I said earlier comes in really handy when creating a base because it doesn't create any smudges unlike cotton buds or tissue paper. And in case you don't have graphite powder, don't worry, you could always make some of your own by rubbing your pencil on sandpaper. And the sandpaper also comes in handy when you maybe want to make your pencil tip a bit sharper. Now as I'm doing this, you'll notice I'm leaving some areas a bit light because that's where I'd like to create my highlights. Now I'm making the lips a bit darker by adding some graphite, and while doing this I'm making sure that I'm still following the contour lines. When you've decided which areas of the lip you'd like to be the shiniest, outline those areas using your lightest pencil so as to not shade them in. You'll notice I'm using short strokes so that when the lip is completely shaded, the lines will blend in. Now you need to be very careful and patient with these contour lines and build them step by step because one of the most important parts in a portrait is the base layer. It's almost like building a house, you need a good foundation. And don't you just hate it when you finished a portrait and there's this one line or smudge that doesn't want to leave your drawing? No matter how hard you try to erase it or rub it off, it's just there. So to avoid that, I'm trying to keep my lines a bit light just to avoid those permanent lines. To fill in the gaps and create some more depth, I pick up my blending stamp and rub it over the material to create some more depth. As you're blending using your blending stamp, you notice that it will start getting a bit darker, so at this point just turn it to a cleaner surface and you're good to go. By using my 2B pencil, I'm adding some more contour lines to add some more texture. Now I'm using my paintbrush to blend, and again I prefer using a brush because it doesn't go over the contour lines, which are very important in creating texture. And as I work towards the center of the lip, my contour lines become a bit straight just to give it that uniform texture. As the lips get darker, you'll notice the outlines start disappearing, so you have to keep highlighting them, but remember not to apply too much pressure or else the lips will not look that realistic. Now I start shading the background, which helps me make the lips a bit darker and makes the highlights pop a little bit more. And the background and the drawing itself are always intertwined, so by shading the background it almost like gives me a license to make the lips a bit dark. And when I'm satisfied with the overall shade, it's time to highlight the darker areas using my 2B pencil. When you're doing this, you need to make your pencil a bit sharp so as to create those thin lines that make your lip look realistic. Now I'm just going over the process over and over again until I feel satisfied with the result. And when I'm satisfied with the shading, I pick my pencil eraser to create some highlights by dragging it along the pre-marked highlight zones. The beauty of using a light pencil to fill in the spaces is that you won't make that many mistakes with the contours, and even if you do, it's nothing an eraser can't fix. And finally, I pick my 2H pencil to fill in the gaps and make it less grainy. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch more of my videos. If you have any comments, suggestion or request, be sure to hit me up in the comment section. Until next time, bye.